Hi guys, so I won't be talking too much about what we'll be doing, what we do in boot camp, but rather I'll be telling my stories of what I experienced. So stuff like people saying dumb things, doing dumb stuff, getting in trouble. Because I'm not doing any videos about this is what you do this week. Because that's oversaturated on YouTube. So what I'll be doing is my personal stories, experiences. So let's get started.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, early in the morning.
So after P days, we get to our shipbuilding, the Reuben James. We were 900 division. So we did performances. We were state flag. So we had to do graduation 3 times, and the last one is our graduation. So we on type of schedule. We had to do drills to prepare ourselves for the ceremonies. So yeah. So our RDC, specifically our chief RDC, HMC, let me tell you, she was the most intense person I've ever met. Like, I thought my mom was scary. No, she's like 100 times worse. Like, she struck fear into your heart. Like, oh crap, this is happening. Like, I'm here in boot camp with the meanest person in the world. But in the end, she was really nice. But like, in boot camp, oh, it was intense. She was like, everybody feared her. Everybody got nervous around here. Everybody tripped up their words. It was funny. It happened the entire time through boot camp. The last 2 weeks, not so much. But she was pretty intense. So I'll be telling stories about her. Well, not her, but I can't exactly remember when everything happened. But she's involved in a lot of these incidences. So yeah. So our other 2 RDC petty officers, there's a first class and a second class. The first class was pretty cool. The second class, he did not care about us. Like, he'll help you out, do everything he can to help you out, but at the end of the day, he was just like, yo, I don't, you know what, I'm just here to help you, get you to graduate, and then I'm just gonna be vibing here from here on out. He was really chill, but he didn't really care too much about us. At the end, he was like, yeah, I'm proud of you guys, but he was really chill, relaxed. He didn't really, he was mean too, but he didn't show a whole bunch of empathy towards us, which is okay. So when we got to our compartment, I sat the very far end corner of the compartment. So complete opposite side of the fishbowl where our RDC sleep and where their office is at. So I was like in the corner you can really see. So I got to get away with a lot of stuff and be in that corner because you can really see in that little area. Yeah. Hey, if you ever go to boot camp, do your best to get that far end corner rack with your rack mate on top or bottom, wherever you want to sit. I slept on the bottom, so yeah. So the first 2 weeks, everybody messed up this one thing all the time, even myself. When the recruit got in trouble, they were like, "Oh, sorry, petty officer," and they'll be like, "I'm not a sorry petty officer." That was funny. That was really funny. It happens so often. Some people just didn't learn, and they had to do IT punishment, intensive exercise training, whatever. That was funny. But oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, too late, drop. So yeah, that was funny to watch. It happened all the time. I never got physically, like, personally, like, dropped. I only get yelled at 3 times. So I'll be talking about that in this video and coming videos. So yeah. So we had our mock inspections. We were basically going through ranks, chain of command, learning the ranks, learning the chain of command. And the really funny thing was that a couple of recruits all attended there. Somebody he was like, "Who is the commanding officer of the recruit of the recruit training base?" And I'd be like, "Oh, you can see, Corman, HMC. I'm not gonna say her name, HMC Corman." And be like, "What?" And sometimes it will be her, and it'll be like, "Oh, you think I'm the base commander? Yeah, I wish." And everybody around them will get like a smile, like, "You idiots! Like, come on, they are not the base commander. That is your CPO, Chief Petty Officer, leading leading Chief Petty Officer." Yo, that the amount of times that happened, I lost count. There's always, "Oh yeah, base commander is this," or the Secretary of Defense is Chief HMC Corman, and they'd be all like, "No, no." So don't be that person. Learn your chain of command. Don't do such a stupid mess up, because it's funny, but it's embarrassing to you, and it's gonna make you look dumb. So don't do it. So me learned naval custom traditions. One thing Petty Officers did tell us about was blue nose crossing the equator and crossing the Arctic Circle. Basically, the events you do on the ship. The first time you cross the equator on the ship, they do a whole ceremony like Neptune and all that stuff. That was one of the few things they did tell us, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool! I'm so ready to go through the fleet." So that was like a motivation, because we were like, "That sounds like so much fun." So yeah. Another thing, not compartment, we were mixed with another division that was also male and female, and they were 1 week behind training than us. So, one thing that we were allowed to tell them, "Oh yeah, this is what we do in this training." They'll get like a heads up. But the only thing we weren't allowed to tell them was what happens during battle stations. So that was one thing we couldn't tell them. You had to sign a page 13, which is a regular document stating that you're not gonna. Page 13 is like a general page. It's just like a contract saying, "I won't do this," or "I won't say that," or "I won't," something like that. It's not that serious. But they were 1 week behind us. They were always looking up to us and trying to be better than us. They always failed at it. So yeah. So we did our initial PT test the first week. It was like really easy to pass it, but if you didn't, you would be separated from the Navy. You'll get 2 more chances. But if you don't pass those two tries, you'll be separated from the Navy, and they'll end your career before it even really began. Passing the first PT test is really easy. The only reason you wouldn't pass is if you hurt yourself while running or exercise, or you didn't work out before you can get slightly physically fit before you ship to boot camp. I've never heard of anybody failing that PT test. It's super easy, so don't worry about it, guys. We were all nervous. I remember I was nervous as shit. I was like, "Oh my god, we have to pass this." And they didn't tell us what we needed to get there. Like, just do your best. And we were like, "Oh crap." We were all nervous. Like, okay. But at the end, everybody passed. Everybody was good. Nobody mentioned it again. So it was a good day. So during mock inspections, we get asked questions. And the questions I get asked was some of the easiest stuff. Like, what is the petty officer 3rd class rank? Who is the commanding chief of the U.S. military? The president, Barack Obama, at the time it was when I went to boot camp in 2014. So yeah, that was definitely the easiest questions. Or like, what's the rank of a chief petty officer? Oh, it's just a golden anchor. I was like, okay, a golden anchor petty officer, golden anchor petty officer. Simple. I'm like, boom, got it. Those questions I always got. I always got the easy ones. I was always nervous. I was like, crap, what if I get the hard ones? It wasn't that bad. And once they pass you, you can breathe. You're like, I'm good. So yeah, I'm saying so. Yeah, a lot. I'm sorry. And another thing I learned was that when you get to bed at night, don't use your white sheets to sleep with. Just wear your wool blanket that's folded in a square. That'll save you time in the morning getting ready. I learned that because a lot of us people were using, and then we all realized like, yo, this is not gonna work. Like, it's just taking too long to make our beds. So most of us didn't sleep in them anymore. Like in the white sheet, we didn't sleep in it. Time consuming. We were getting yelled at when we were being too slow, so it helped us with getting ready faster. So yeah, don't sleep in your white sheets. You're gonna lose time. You're gonna get yelled at, and it's gonna suck. Not a good start to your day. So our first class petty officer, he always sang the Lion King theme song when we woke up in the morning. It was pretty funny. He only did it the first few weeks. He only did it like once or twice a week, but like the last couple of weeks, he did like every single day, and it was so fun hearing it. He was like, ma, 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 so however that goes, I forget how it went. But it was funny hearing that, even though most of us were already awake, brushing our TVs in the bathroom, fixing our beds. It was pretty funny hearing it. Wake up, wake up. And this was like, nice little start to the day. So something I remember, he was really cool. He really helped us out a lot. He was really nice. He was the air traffic controller, I think it was. AC1 air traffic controller. Was that the second class? I can't remember. I have to look at my book. But yeah, really cool RDC. He was strict too, but at the end, we all liked him. And he really liked us, so yeah. Yes, I'm saying so so much. So every morning after eating breakfast, we need to the workout hall to run. I can't remember if we ran every single day. Maybe we did, or maybe every other day we ran. But there's always somebody who had a call medical emergency, because they would pass out because they were dehydrated, or they were just like they messed up their leg, they sprained their ankle or whatever, or they landed their feet wrong. When that happens, we all had to face the opposite direction from the person, from the incident, and just sit there and crisscross, sit there on the floor and just wait for the person to be carried away. Happened to somebody like almost every single time. We were the only ones training in the hall either, so there will always be another division training in there. So when they had a medical emergency, we had to stop too, and wait for them to remove the person from the floor and treat them. So yeah. So also had to learn to march the cadences. The person in front of me, who was in line in formation with me, for the longest time, he could not figure out how to march like things. That so he would always mess up. He would mess me up. I would eventually not let him mess me. I would kick him in the shin, and one in his Achilles, whatever you say. And he'd be like, "Oh crap, like, dude, don't stop messing up." I'll be like, "Come on, dude." And it was just like, it happened every single day. It was annoying. It's like, dude, you need to learn how to march. At the last week and a half of boot camp, we finally got a hang of it. I was like, dude, it's not that hard. Just watch information, just watch and stuff. So yeah, he was Hispanic. He's pretty cool. So you know who you are if you're in Division 95 in the year 2014. You know who you are. In state information, you think from shortest, you said from shortest to tallest, and the person who stood behind me, to this day, I'm still friends with them. We talk all the time. We're really close. She was really cool. She's actually like about almost an inch taller than me. We'll call her Crew Daisy. She was really cool. We ended up being part of shift staff together. Shift staff is basically where you clean the hallways, clean the quarter deck, the hallways, passageways. You'll clean the passageways, stuff like that. That's what you do. Organize the cleaning supply room. So yeah, she was part of it. I was part of it. That was pretty fun. She's the only person that I talk to up to this day from boot camp. Everybody else, I have them on Facebook. Some aren't active on Facebook. I don't really. She's the only person I really talked to during boot camp for the most part, and I still talk to her today. So that's really nice. So when we were part of the cleaning, when I was the cleaning supply locker leader. So and the locker, the supply locker. We had this little book where at the back of it we wrote a little quote in there, like oh, stay strong, hoo ya, little notes like that, and where you'll write your name. Recruit so. So we did that. I wonder if that book is still in use. I don't know. It was probably like this thick, but that was like 7 years ago, so it's probably archived somewhere, right, or thrown away. I don't know. Maybe somebody has it now. I don't know. It's a mystery. I'll never find out. We'll never find out. Oh, another thing we did at the clean locker was sing a cappella when it was like 7-8 p.m. Because we were cleaning that late. That's when everything dies down on base and summer training. You just kind of do some personal reading, learning knowledge stuff. So people would sing a cappella. That was fun. That was really fun. I like that. So our first IT punishment. I think we really screwed up the mock inspection. After we were corrected the day before, we did it again the next day, and we messed it all up again, and they were pissed off at us. So they're like, everybody drop, and we had to do these workouts for like the next 45 minutes or so. Like, it sucked. Like, some people are like, oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. We're like, don't throw up, it's gonna smell gross. I remember that. We all got together in the compartment and we got punished. We ended up getting punished like 4 times, I think. 3 or 4 times. 2 of those times, one of those times I completely skipped out on it because I was part of ship staff. So cleaning supply locker. So when we heard it being called, we were just like, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna tell them I'm just working here cleaning. Second time happened like a week later. Probably week 4 or 5. I know I'm quite skipping forward. But yeah, we also. I know only skipping part of it out. So, and came back in there the last 10 minutes. Looked at me like, oh no, you're coming back? Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was cleaning, organizing the supply locker. So, the very first time I got yelled at by on an RDC, it was Chief RDC, HMC. I got in trouble because other people made mistakes in organizing their racks perfectly. Like how you're supposed to do, how you're taught to do it. And she went through some people's racks and like, oh, that's messed up, that's messed up, that's messed up. All she would gather us all around and be like, this goes here, this goes there, this goes here. Like, okay. And then she was a couple of racks, and she went to mine, and she realized I made 2 mistakes. She's like, really? Like, it's like, why is that right there? Why is that right there? That's not supposed to. I just showed you all how to do it. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get IT'd. This is gonna suck. And she was just like going off. And then she was like, if one of the person messes this up, y'all getting IT'd. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be the reason for this. Luckily, I didn't get dropped. We didn't get IT punished, but we were really close. After that, I never messed up my rack. My rack was perfect from there on out, from week 1.5, week 2. So I was good. But that was the first time I got yelled at. I was like, I froze. Like, I thought I was like, I'm dead. I'm done. My karma is over. This is the end of me. Yeah, it was. That lady was intense. Oh my god, she was so intense. But yeah, I learned to not mess up my racket after that. Now there was 2 more times I was gonna get yelled at, which I'll talk about in the next videos coming. But yeah, don't be that person. Well, you're gonna be that. Everyone's gonna be that person. But just don't be a smart ass. Just be like, yes, petty officer. I understand, petty officer. I will fix my error, petty officer. Don't say, I'm sorry, petty officer, because they're not a sorry petty officer. So yeah, it's a heads up. Or is this a story time? And this is a story time telling about my experience from 7 years ago. We didn't wear these uniforms. We wore the blueberries, blue uniforms, blue BDUs. So yeah, there were a bunch of times throughout boot camp where I thought I was getting yelled at when we were in line for shortest to tallest. A lot of times it was a HMC or chief petty officer yelling at us, yelling at me. I thought she was yelling at me, but she was actually yelling at recruit Daisy, recruit Daisy behind me, and I was like, I'm confused, but I was like, not you, flat, recruit Daisy behind you. So I almost said her name. So sorry, I caught myself. But yeah, I'm keeping everybody's names along to mention, give them nicknames. So yeah, she got yelled at a lot. I only get yelled at 3 times a week, personally. She got yelled at like almost every other day. It was funny, but also stressful because I was thinking I was the one who messed up that day, but I wasn't. So there's this one recruit. We'll call him Recruit Doof. This recruit thought he can do everything. I mean, everything better and faster than everybody else. And throughout the whole time in boot camp. But the funny thing was that he's like, oh yeah, I understand that you'll do it. And he'll, oh look at this petty officer, look how I did this. And they're like, this is all fucked up. And he would just like have the stupidest look on his face, like, but like how? I did everything. Like, nope, wrong. This is supposed to go there, this is supposed to go there. And he's like, but fix before I drop you. Recruit Doof, he thought he can do everything better than everybody. Every single day he showed off at night, at the evenings, like an hour before bed. He would walk around the whole compartment showing everybody, oh, look how shiny my boots are. Look how shiny they are. You see, they're more shinier than yours, rubbing in everybody's faces. And then everybody was like, dude, stop. Like we get you have shiny boots. And that was just so annoying. He thought he can do everything better than everybody else. Like doing the rack, cleaning, learning stuff. He thought he knew everything. He thought he can do everything better. Nobody liked this guy. Nobody did. Yeah, I have to give it to him. He was highly motivated. But boy, was he thought he was better than everybody else. He thought he could do things better than everybody. He didn't think he was better than everybody, but he thought he could do things better than everybody else. He was kind of thinking he's better than everybody else. So, yeah. This recruit, Juice will mention in the next coming videos. With him, it gets wilder. It gets wilder, I'm telling you. There's some things that went down that you have to wait for the next videos to come out. Because they were pretty hilarious and serious. So yeah. We also had this one recruit who thought he could do, I'm sorry. He thought there's always some other way to do it more efficiently. He's like, oh, okay, well, how about this payoff? He was 35. He was around 35 years old. He had a family. He had kids. So he was around a bunch of early 20-year-olds. And he was all like, oh, like, well, how about we do it this way? I think that'd be more effective, you know. I'm going to put my fair share of words. Maybe this can be going better. This will be better. This will be that better, you know. How about we do this? And they'll be like, no, we're doing it the way we're told how we want you guys to do it. We don't want to hear, no, oh, well, this will, don't you think this will be better if we do it this way? Or if we did this, did that? That person already did not like him. This went on for several weeks in boot camp. I'll tell you right now, he got admiral. He got on the admiral train. One day he just wasn't with us, and we're like, oh, where is I don't remember his name anymore. But he got removed from the division for questioning their authority every single day. It was just like, we're getting so tired of it because we're like, dude, you're gonna get us IT. Like, stop, shut up. Just do how we're taught. He just couldn't accept it. So one day he was gone. So that was the end of that. But yeah, it was annoying because we're all like, this person's gonna make us IT. He's always putting in his mind. He was pissing off the RDCs. They're also trying to be nice to him because he was older than one of them. Two of them he was older. Yeah, he was a nice person, but he always put in his word about how we should do something. So that wasn't gonna work out. So during the first week of the first 2 weeks of boot camp, when you're there, some people are gonna have what they call the double dragon. You're in the bathroom, double dragon. That's all I'll say. I didn't have it, but get like 15, 20 people did. So there's always somebody in the middle of the night who was just like in the bathroom having a bad time. And it was funny, but it was also like, dang, that sucks, dude. Like, you're just there, just like throwing up and being in the bath. Yeah, it's gonna happen to people. When you do the boot camp, because people come from all over the United States. Some people are coming from various countries around the world. Just be prepared. Try not to get sick. But hey, we'll see. We'll see how you do. And if you ever had double dragon, put in the comments like, yeah, I had a double dragon. I know it might be embarrassing, but come on, we have to have a good laugh. Like, it's the military serious, it's stressful. You gotta have a good laugh, you know? You gotta have a good laugh to make it easier on your mind and body. So one of the worst feelings in boot camp was when you did something like went outside the drill or did an evolution training exercise. Well, when you got back to your rack, and your rack was just opened up, and things thrown all around, and you were just come there. You did your rack, so you organized your rack so nicely. You come back and you see it open or closed. Open it up, and it's just all just messed up. And you're like, oh man, I thought I had this today. Like, nope, you did not. You messed it up. And that was just the worst feeling. I remember feeling like dang, I feel like crap. I thought I was so confident I got it. But it teaches you not overconfident, because being overconfident in the military it can be deadly. So yeah, don't be overconfident. Be humble, confident, not to the point where you're just don't want to learn anything new, or you think you're the best at everything perfectly, and then you start slacking or not following how things are supposed to be done step by step. This will be important to doing that when you arrive to the fleet. You don't want to just, oh, I know how to do this without reading without reading the manual or the steps. Then you do it, you mess the equipment up, get serious after that. So the peanut butter shot, the penicillin shot, you'll get that within like the second week, I think, at boot camp you get it. If you're there in the winter time, you have to do it twice. If they're like 2 or 3 weeks later. We only had to do it once. If you would have gotten the red at boot camp a week earlier, we would have had to get the shot again. So we only had to do it once. But that peanut butter shot, worst injection I ever had in my life. It hurt. It was thick. It was like really like a thick fluid in your butt, on your butt cheeks. I remember we all had to like bend over at a table, and they'll just be going down the line like pokes, pokes, pokes. You like oh, this hurts like a motherfucker, you know. Um, yeah, it was terrible. I couldn't sit right for like 2 or 3 days. The fourth day, I was like, it was better. It was bearable. But the first 2 days, I just couldn't sit right. You know, it was miserable. And then we had little training sessions where RDCs will tell us, read our stuff and tell us how things work. We had to sit on the floor crisscross, applesauce. um, we had to sit there and we had to kind of lean one way. We're like, "How this hurts!" And when you're one side of your butt starts getting sore, but you can do nothing about it. It was miserable. So yeah. After the end of the first 2 weeks, P days, you get to a phone call home. I called my mom. It happened to be when I called her, she was just she had a friend come over to the house, and they were talking about me. So I called her, like, they had just gone talking about me hanging out at my mom's house. I called, like, oh my god, we were just talking about you. Look at me, how's it going? Like, yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm not trying to get in trouble, doing well, I'm learning stuff. I'm excited, I'm motivated. So that was really nice. That was the first 2 weeks of about 2 weeks of boot camp. Week 1, week 2, not including P days, which is week 2 and 3. You'll get it. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story time. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to do it again 2 weeks. I'll post another video. It takes me a moment to recollect all my thoughts, what happened. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. This one will come out in, like I said, 2 weeks. We'll be reading some other videos, playing some games. I'll release that later on this week. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for some other videos. So yeah, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, you can always subscribe, comment, like. Really appreciate it. It motivates me to keep doing more of these videos. Sorry about my slur. Like I said, I'm medically discharged, medically retired. So yeah, I've been drinking water in between all these breaks. So yeah, I'm medically retired. I do need to get some medication for that, for my mouth. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, hope you guys have a nice week. So yeah, bye you guys.